Hey everyone, it's Dana with Sierra Candle and Soap Making Supplies. Thanks for joining us today. And we have the amazing Amy behind the camera.
Hi.
And so thanks for joining us today. We know it's been a while, but we're not doing the Facebook Fridays on every Friday now, just occasionally, because we want to make sure that any content that we bring to you is kind of relevant. We don't want to waste your time, because otherwise we kind of get lost in your Facebook feed, and we certainly don't want that. So today we're going to share a bunch of news with you, some of it, a couple of it, super exciting news, we think. So let's just get into it. I've got some notes because we got a whole lot to cover. So first of all, our website has had a facelift and a refresh. So we changed the color palette, enhanced it a little bit. It's mobile friendly now. There's really no big changes in navigation because in the survey that we recently did with everyone, they said that our website was very easy to navigate. So we kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but the navigation, the menu navigations are pretty much the same. It gave us an opportunity to really go through the website and just clean it up. We didn't realize how much old information was on there or outdated information. So that's been done. And some other changes that you'll find is that it's, again, it's mobile friendly. So you'll be able to access it really well on your iPad, your phones, any tablets that you have. It should come right up and be a lot easier to kind of scroll through everything and find everything a lot easier. It was really wonky the last time. It was not a mobile friendly website at all. And again, that website is www.sierracandles.com.
One thing that I really liked was if you go into the search part and you type in, if you know what you're looking for and you type it in, it starts to bring it down in a drop-down menu.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's convenient if you just know like one part of what you're looking for.
Like the first word or even a fragrance or whatever, and it pops up. That's really cool. So hey, there you go. So some other changes is that we're highlighting all of the new fragrances. You'll see as you scroll through the website, it kind of pops up. It's just generally like the new fragrances. That's the main banner right now for fall fragrances. And then we're highlighting the current top 10 bestsellers. So we'll change that every month. And so some of you might want to know what those bestsellers are. And right now they are Palo Santo. That's number 1. Fraser Furs, number 2. You can tell that we're starting to enter the holiday season. So some of the fragrances that may not sell that well during the first part of the year are now just selling like crazy. One of our brand new fragrances, Spiced Pumpkin and Oat Milk. So awesome. Good. Very, very good. We're not going to review that today. We're going to review a couple other things. Sweetgrass. And so one of the things that our website does that I didn't notice it doing before, so I'm not sure if this is something new or not, is that if you're on a page, say you go to a product page, on the left-hand side, you're going to see the things that are selling right now. Like the top sellers, not just fragrances, but products. And so maybe on a particular day, a fragrance is really hot. Last week, I don't think we sold, or the week before, I don't think we sold anything of sweetgrass. And then last week, I think we probably sold like 10 pounds of sweetgrass. It's really strange. So, but that's good because then you know what what's on their mind and what kind of products that they're ordering. And of course, anytime you order a product, you're going to get an email from us. Please go back and review that product because that really helps our customers to know how the fragrance performs for them or what they think of the fragrance. So we do, I'm going to kind of stop right here and digress just a little bit about the reviews before I forget about that. But if you submit a review, it doesn't automatically get approved to the website. I have to review it. I will pretty much approve all of the fragrances unless someone says, this smells terrible, because out of bottle, a fragrance may smell totally different to you than it does to someone else. So, and also when you put it in a product, it's going to smell totally different than it does out of bottle. So generally I won't do those, but if you tell me that it did something really wonky in soap, or even in your candle, it did something wonky, I want to know those things and our customers want to know. So it also lets us know if we need to do some additional testing to see if maybe the lot number on something that we have is really something's wrong with it. So we really, really, really want your reviews. So please submit those. Okay, so Sweetgrass, Farmhouse Cider. And I will tell you right now that Farmhouse Cider is now sold out for the season. And the reason for that is we have to order it in 25-pound quantities. So if I order it right now, based on the sales between now and the end of the year of that fragrance last year, I won't sell enough. So, and we can't have a fragrance oil sitting in a carboy for a year. It has to sell. So that fragrance is now out of stock. So if you got some, great for you, because it is a great fragrance, and next year we'll bring it back and we'll have plenty in stock. We do, however, still have a lot of Macintosh apple. So if you like Farmhouse cider, you'll like Macintosh apple, and you can order that one. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 is Volcano. Number 7 is Cinnamon Apple. Number 8, Red Hot Cinnamon. Number 9, Lavender. And number 10, Pumpkin Spice. So as you can tell, a lot of these are the fall and winter fragrances. So those are our top 10 best-selling fragrances for the month just passed. We'll update it on November 1st. Another thing on our website, I don't know how many of you did this before, but if you went under our fragrance oil category, you could order by 1 ounce, 4 ounce, 8 ounce, and 16 ounce. They were all quick order menus. I don't know that people really use those, so we did away with those, and we just have a full list by alphabetical order, quick order menu. So you go to that, and it has all the fragrances in alphabetical order, and then it starts with the 1 ounce, the 4 ounce, the 8 ounce, and the 16 ounces goes across the line, and you can put in the quantity you want. You can go all down the list, figure out what fragrances you want, populate your cart, and then just check out. So it's a super, if you know what fragrances you absolutely want, you don't need to go and search for them. You can just go right to that alpha order list. It's super easy to use. And then a new thing that we have is a store pickup option at checkout. So before, what you'd have to do is either go in and put your order in and pay for the order, and then we'd have to turn around and refund the shipping, because in the comment section you would tell us that you're going to pick it up in the store. Or you would do a call for payment option. We're going to talk about that again in a minute too. But and so what we've done is we've put a store pickup option at checkout under the shipping options. You'll check that. It's going to charge you 1 penny. And the reason for that is we can't have two basically free shipping options on our website, because there is a free shipping option for $100 or more in fragrance oils and some other products. And our current platform doesn't allow us to do two kind of free shipping, so it's going to charge you 1 penny for a store pickup. So we think that's pretty reasonable. And
Cecilia has a question.
Okay.
She says, how soon do you have to use fragrance oils?
So this is an interesting question. So the technical answer, I guess you say, or maybe the industry standard, is that you should use them within a year. However, if you keep them in a dark cabinet, someplace away where not a lot of light is getting to them, they can last for several years.
Yeah.
So this is what I suggest. You open the bottle, smell it. If it smells good, use it. It shouldn't have any issues at all. If it gets in a lot of sunlight, it gets super hot, has really big temperature changes, you might get a funky smell with it, and we wouldn't advise that you use it. So hopefully that answered that question.
That's good.
Okay, so the other changes on the website is, and I mentioned this just briefly, is that we no longer accept call for payment option. And I think the reason that people were using this before is because fraud is rampant out there. Credit card fraud is rampant out there. It's a really sad state of affairs. However, our website is very secure, and it's PCI compliant. You might have to look that up, but it's a standard in websites and e-commerce sites that capture credit card payments. We do not store any credit card information. Our website does not allow us to do that. So sometimes people will say, oh, just put it on my credit card that you have on file. We don't have that on file. We absolutely cannot do that. So because of this, we feel that you should feel very secure about our website, and you can order online. So we have eliminated that call for payment option. And we also no longer accept checks or money orders. That used to be an option on the website. And the reason for that is that people would check that box, and then we'd never get the check or the money order. I'd contact them by email, try to call them by phone, nothing. So we've eliminated that. So when you go to order on the website, you have to put in your credit card information, you have to pay for your order, and then we ship it, right away. So go take a look and browse at the website. We're really happy with it. I really love it. I think the colors are really complimentary. We did a teal. So our main color is our purple and our logo. We did a teal color, and then we did a copper color. I had some friends of Sierra that I talked with about the color templates, and got some really good ideas. So thank you all for that. And if you're browsing through the website and you notice some kinks, let us know. We kind of have gone through pretty much every page this week, and we kind of worked out a few kinks that we saw. But I'm sure there's going to be others that come up. There always are on websites occasionally. So if you have those types of issues, just let us know right away. You can contact us. You can do a contact email right on the website, sierracandles.com. There's a contact us right in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so second announcement is now we're open on Saturdays. So we've done this, I think, 3 years now. I think this is our third year, where during especially the holiday season, we open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So you can come and browse on Saturdays. We'd love to see you. And then this is really exciting news. So we need a little drum roll almost on this one. So by popular demand, we have brought in our Golden Brands GW464 wax. So we've got a whole pallet of it. And we can get the pallets fairly quickly. So we're selling them by the 50-pound case and 10-pound bags. We have lots in stock. So those of you that are using it, please make sure that you do store pickup. Come in and you have to pay for them first and then come in and pick up your wax. Or you can come in, you want to make sure we have it in stock. So that's why I say it's best for you to go ahead and order it online and then just come in and pick it up. But you can always come into the store and get it that way too. So this wax is replacing our EcoSoya waxes, which EcoSoya went out of business. We have no EcoSoya wax left. It's all gone. So the last 2 cases yesterday. This wax has a soy-based additive, and that's to help with frosting and also with fragrance throw. So the usage rate on this, I think, is 7 to 10%. I know some people that go to 12% on the fragrance oil load on that. You can also use it in melts. We have customers that use it in melts. You can't use it in pillars or votives. It's too soft. It won't work very well for that. And then it has a lower melt point as well that's going to help to give you good glass adhesion and to eliminate those wet spots that sometimes you can get with soy wax, because soy wax contracts. So come and try it. It's a good wax. The price point is a good price point. You don't have to pay for shipping if you're local, so that's a good thing with wax, period. And then we also still have our Nature Wax C3. We always have that in stock as well. So, okay, let's see here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to review our fragrances. But so in the last few months, we brought in 15 new fragrances. And for a company our size, that's a lot of fragrances. And it's a lot of testing. And our lovely, amazing Amy is the one that tests all our fragrances. She tests them in soaps and some in lotions, and then she does wax melts as well. So, and if you come into the store, we have the new fragrances out front, and we have the samples of how it smells in soap, how it looks in wax, and some lotion as well. So I'm not going to review all of them because some of them we brought in a few months ago, and if I did that, we'd be on here for too long, and I don't want to keep you that long. So all of the fragrances that we brought on are soap safe again. If you are a cold process soap maker, make sure to look on our website for the CP testing notes. It's going to tell you whether it accelerates. Some of them do accelerate in soap. It's going to tell you if they rice. I don't think we had any ricing issues at all. Mm-mm. We did have some discoloration because there's vanillin in these, so you will see those notes in there. So make sure you do that, and also look at the IFRA statements that are under each of the fragrance oils that will tell you the usage rates in soaps and lotions and other bath and body products. So the ones that we are not going to review, but I just wanted to let you know what they are the spiced pumpkin and oat milk. That's probably been our best-selling new fragrance. I think I've gone through almost 150 pounds of that already. It is lovely.
It is soap safe.
It is soap safe to 3%. That's a usage rate, which is good. Yep. That's plenty strong. Amy actually made some liquid soap with it, and I just love it. It smells really good. It's great in candles. I made a candle a couple weeks ago. It's just a beautiful, beautiful pumpkin fragrance. I'm not a huge pumpkin fan, but I like this one because it's creamy.
The oat milk is
it's really got that nice creamy milky.
But it's not an oatmeal milk and honey. It's
not.
Spice.
It's not sweet.
No, it's
creamy.
Yep.
Yeah, creamy and cozy.
Yep.
Yeah. We brought in flannel, which is the BBW scent, so that one's been selling BBW, by the way, is Bath and Body Works, for those of you that don't know that. I'm sorry, I use a lot of acronyms and I forget that people don't always know what those mean. Another one that we brought in is Cerulean Skies and Pine. And that is that blue ozony sky that you get. It's just a fresh air plus the pine scent. The Sunshine Soap and Candle Company actually did a review of all of our new fragrance oils because we sent them a whole bunch of them. And she used the Cerulean Skies and Pine in some soap that she made. It's beautiful. And that, again, is the Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. She has a YouTube channel. Check her out. She does some beautiful work. We brought in Cranberry Rose. I think that's probably one of my top 5 right now. It's a beautiful... It's not a in-your-face rose fragrance at all. It's got that sweet tart kind of cranberry.
Yeah, tart.
With the rose notes to it. It's just a really pretty fragrance. Redwood and Cypress, which is another one. It's a good seller this time of year because it's that piney, woodsy smell that people really like. That fresh wood kind of smell. And what's the word I'm trying to... Like piney smell, kind of. Silk and Oud, it's a really kind of exotic fragrance, but men really like this fragrance.
It's good. It smells so good in soap, too.
It's a really pretty fragrance and really unusual. And then we brought in a sugared vanilla spice, which is great for the holiday. It's just exactly what it sounds like. It's got that vanilla with some spicy notes to it, like clove and cinnamon. And it's also kind of a creamy kind of fragrance, so it's almost like it's got milk notes to it as well. It's really pretty. And so those are the fall fragrances. We got those out basically a couple of months ago for the most part because we really wanted to get on top of the fall fragrances early for those people that really want to jump on the fall fragrance product line a lot earlier. It's also something that in our survey that we did back in May or June, I can't remember what month that was, but that people said, please get your fall and winter fragrances out early. So that's what we tried to do.
Cecilia says that the site on her phone is fantastic. Yes. She browsed it and looked.
Excellent. Thanks, Cecilia.
And she asked, what is the scent? What is that scent that men like?
Silken Oud. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, Silken Oud.
O-U-D.
Oud, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then we're going to review some brand new fragrances that we've brought in probably within the last week and a half. So they have not been for sale on the website for very long. And some of them are really unusual. What I'm trying to do is to bring in some... I certainly want to keep bringing in top sellers that people get from other places because, you know, if we can, we'd like to be a one-stop shop. We know that doesn't always work. But if there's certain fragrances that we know are selling pretty much industry-wide, I want to bring them in because we know they're going to be good sellers for us. But I also want to bring in some fragrances that you can't get anywhere else or that are very limited and very unusual fragrances that you may not find somewhere else. So that it gives you some bright ideas for some new products that you can bring in. So, this one is actually, the first one is actually a fall and winter fragrance oil. It's called Campfire Cocoa. And when you smell it, it smells exactly like cocoa. It's just, you get that creamy chocolate and you get the milk. You get a tiny little bit of mini marshmallows, a little bit of the sweetness, but it's just super nice. And it is really, really nice in candles. It's, I think this is going to be a really good top seller for those of you that have been looking for a hot chocolate. This is a really good one. So that's Campfire Cocoa. And then the next one that we brought in by popular demand is Cuban Cigar, or Cigar, if you will. And it has those really wonderful sweet cocoa notes cigar notes of the cigar tobacco. You get a little bit of kind of musky notes with it, a tiny bit of maybe patchouli or sandalwood. You certainly get some citrus and some clove. It's just a really, really great fragrance, and it's going to blend really well with our whiskey. We're going to talk about whiskey in just a minute, but that's Cuban Cigar. And then the next one is a really super unique fragrance oil. This is Marrakech. So when you smell it, it is really heady out of the bottle. It is like in your face, like ancient spice market, traveling through a spice market type of thing. You get the saffrons and the maybe frankincense, a little bit of frankincense. Let's see. You get clove, vetiver, a little bit of vanilla. It's kind of hard to describe. It's really, really super strong out of the bottle. However, it softens a lot when you put it in a product. Really nice in lotion. I love it in lotion. It smells really, really good. Of course, soap and the wax melts. It's just a really, I think it'd be a unique fragrance for your kitchen. So that's Marrakech. And then Mayan Gold. So this is another one that's sort of hard to describe, but when you first smell it, you get citrus, right? And right off the bat, I get citrus from it. It also has sandalwood, a tiny bit of patchouli, orange, grapefruit. That's the citrus notes, I think. And I'm trying to think of, those are the top notes, but then it softens a little bit. I think that's the musky notes that I smell kind of at the end. So really unusual fragrance, very nice in soaps and candles and lotions. And then we have Rose Vanilla, which is also called Love at Bath and Body Works. It's part of their aromatherapy line. Very, very, very popular out there. It certainly is a rose. You get the rose top notes, but then you get that vanilla note. It's like they say, it's love. It's just really pretty.
And there's no discoloration.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yep.
Even though
I don't have the soap notes here with me. Yep. To me, it's like Rose Jam by Lush, but it's softer, I think. It's not as spicy as the Rose Jam is.
Or sweet, right? Yeah. Like candy. Kind of.
Yeah, it's not. It's really pretty. So that's the Bath and Body Works dupe of Love. And then this was another really popular demand. And I actually had a lady in the store today who said it smells exactly like one of our competitors, which is good because it's one of their top sellers. And it's sea salt and orchid. And so you get that really wonderful ozone-y right off the bat.
It is such a good scent.
It is such a pretty scent. It's great in candles.
Yep. And soap.
And lotions. It's just an all-around really super nice fragrance. You're going to pick up some jasmine and some lily of the valley. You're probably going to pick up a bit of tonka bean in it because it has just a little bit of that. But it's just such a pretty scent, and it's sea salt and orchid. Then we also brought on Bath and Body Works Vanilla Patchouli, which they also call Comfort, and it is. It's like comfort in a bottle. This is one of my favorite. When I opened this one to smell it, before we brought it on, we had a sample, and I went, "Oh my gosh, I just love that."
And that's part of Bath and Body Works aromatherapy line too.
Yeah. And by the way, so the Rose Vanilla and the Vanilla Patchouli, there are other suppliers out there that carry this. Our price point is much better.
Yeah, theirs are over, I think, $40 a pound.
Yeah, and ours are not.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what the price point is, but it's very reasonable. I want to say 20 something.
Yeah, 20.
For a pound of it. Yeah. So check it out. A reminder that all of these 1 ounce fragrance oils are $2.50. So get a tester and test it out and see how you like it for $2.50 for a tester that way. And also don't rely on the out of the bottle smell.
Yep.
When I first smelled Marrakech, I thought, not so sure about this one. But when you put it in product, it totally changed. And it's just such a pretty fragrance. So I always try and tell people, especially the new makers out there that are just getting into this, that if you smell something out of the bottle and you're kind of like, ooh, I don't like that, try it in a product and see if you really don't like it. So that's the Vanilla Patchouli. It's so pretty. I just love it. And then last but not least is our whiskey. This is also by popular demand, and it smells just like a glass of whiskey. It's whiskey notes.
It's strong.
It is strong. Yeah. But it does soften in product just like anything else. But I think, I haven't done it yet, but I think if you mix it with the Cuban Cigar or even mix it with mahogany teakwood, I'll bet you it'd be just beautiful. Whiskey and like a whiskey and teakwood type fragrance oil, or the Cuban Cigar. I think they'd be just really wonderful blends. But we brought this in because we've had a lot of requests for the whiskey along with the cigar. So those are our new fragrance oils that we've reviewed. And have there been any other questions, Amy? No? So again, we'll be doing these Facebook Lives when we have relevant information that we want to share with you. Just a reminder, we have that Golden Brands 464 in stock. A lot of you really wanted us to bring that in because shipping it from the other places is super, super expensive. So stock up on that. Trying to remember if there's anything else that I wanted to cover that I haven't.
Chris from Oklahoma says hi, and you're her favorite.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
Candle company.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Thanks for being a big fan. So that's what we have to share with you today. Hope you all have a great weekend. And those of you that are local and want to come see us tomorrow on Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.